Hey guys, so welcome back to Ramblings by T, also known as my channel, Maddie Tales All. I'm going to start out today with a continuation of what's been going on with my health. Part one was yesterday evening, but I ended off talking about how I was referred by my general practitioner to multiple doctors to study my CT scans and all of my blood work to see what's going on in my body. So here I'm going to roll out all of the outcomes, the results, the findings, if you will. So I was referred to a kidney doctor, and the outcome on that was that I have a cyst in my lower left kidney, lower part of my left kidney. And then which has not grown since the diagnosis. And then my GI doctor wanted me to, she checked my liver out and told me that I need to quit drinking, which I did not at that time because I'm defiant. But moving right along, then the OBGYN did find out that there is a cyst in my right ovary. There's two cysts, one that's sizable and a fibroid tumor. So I also just had that rechecked yesterday to see how that is hopefully regressing. Those are. And then I also saw a pulmonary doctor and found out that I have multiple cysts in my lungs. Those have not grown also. Excuse me. So that's good. And so I do have these cysts that I am watching, that consistently having watched by doctors. And the pulmonary doctor also had shown that I have the beginning stages of emphysema and also recommended that I quit smoking. At the time, I did not listen. So now we can fast forward, I suppose, to October 27th. I had an appointment with my pulmonary doctor, a checkup, a follow-up with her. She also had done, prior to this, she had done a breathing test, which I did pass that. So that was good. But I was had a follow-up with her, and she was very, very concerned about the size of my stomach. At that point in time, I was having increasing amounts of pain. Knowing that this was not just weight gain, partially it definitely was, but on the other side of it, it was definitely the effects of my drinking daily. And so she saw it as an emergency and called for me to go to a local hospital to have a procedure done. And so I had my dad give me a ride, because at this point in time was still getting rides by everyone in the family that could give me a ride. And so he took me to the hospital, and we waited and waited and waited and waited, as usual that you do in an emergency room. It's expected. So finally got in to do the blood pressure stuff and blood work to prepare me for the surgery. And this particular procedure is for cirrhosis. And they put a thin needle in your side and drain the fluid out of your stomach, which I had an excess amount of fluid in my stomach, which was shown on my CT scan to the pulmonary doctor. That I should have mentioned that before, but that is how she knew that I needed to have this specific procedure done. So they at first wanted to make sure that I wasn't on drugs or I didn't do drugs, which I don't. So once that was confirmed that I didn't have a drug problem, they set me up for the procedure. And I had the procedure done. They drained 3 liters of fluid from my stomach. It was very gross, but I did decide to take a picture of it because it very much was a statement. I don't know if that word is even large enough for what it meant to me. But I took the picture to remind myself that I can't drink anymore because I will die. I very much believe that if she hadn't have told me to go to the emergency room and if I didn't have that procedure done that very day, that I may not be alive today. She's an absolute godsend, and I couldn't thank her more. So I had that procedure done, and they decided to keep me in the hospital for 3 more days so I could detox. And let's see, today is December 3rd, and I have been sober from drinking and smoking. I just thought, might as well, On the smoking end, I already knew the moment I saw that fluid draining into those containers, I was not going to drink ever again. Finally, that's what I needed. I didn't know what I needed. I always thought, well, other circumstances will happen and I'll quit, or I'll just cut back, and numerous things. People that know me know that I've had a DUI, major DUI, where I wrecked my vehicle, had to go to the schooling, pay the fine, AA, all that. I did quit drinking, I believe, for 2 years after all of that, after a year of going to classes. And then I just started up again. Started out with just drinking wine and then yada, yada, yada. So I am not one of those people that can just drink on occasion. It just doesn't happen with me. And that has just been proven to me time and time again. To deny that is just me being, lying to myself, basically. So I'm going to end it soon because that's a lot, I believe, to take in. It sure was a lot for me to take in. But I have not had any issues being sober. I have felt more like myself than I have in several years. And it's a really good feeling. So, you know, I can't speak for anybody else but myself, but my life is definitely taking a turn, and it's for the better. For the better. And I have a lot of people around me to thank as well that have been immensely supportive. My parents, especially my husband, because he is living with me, took care of me as soon as I got out of the hospital, took care of getting all of my prescriptions, getting all that straightened out, helping me walk. I had to use a walker. What? But yes, I was in a lot of pain, but I still felt better than prior to that. It just 100 times better, even though I was weak, you know, and recovering from all of that. But he also quit drinking, is just drinking non-alcoholic, you know, beer and whatnot. And it's just a big change for both of us. And we're both very, very happy. Like I said, I could not be more thankful for the outcome of this surgery. Could not be. So, you know, if anybody has any questions further, feel free to reach out to me, and, you know, or if you just want to talk about anything, feel free, like I said. So thank you all for tuning in again, and until next time, I'll further the journey on the next video. All right, bye guys.